Good morning and welcome to our student panel for the Masters in Education, Masters of Science in Education, the ITGL or International Teaching and Global Leadership cohort. We are really excited that you are here to join us today to join for the webinar. My name is Serena Stewart. I'm Assistant Director of Admissions here in the School of Education, and we're really excited that you are joining us to learn a little bit more about the program from the student perspective. So for today's webinar, we're going to kick things off by just sharing our introductions. The students and our faculty lead will introduce themselves. Then we'll do our student panel Q&A. You can use the Q&A function in Zoom to submit your questions for our student panelists. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Jennifer Adams.
Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are joining us. I'm Jennifer Adams, and I am the director of the International Teaching and Global Leadership Program here at Johns Hopkins University School of Education. I'm also a professor, so I teach in the program. I'm teaching a course right now on global education policy and have some of my current students and then also some of my former students from the fall joining us here today. So I'm really excited about that. I think if you're interested in the ITGL program, you can find, and you haven't attended one of our webinars before, there's definitely information about ITGL on our YouTube playlist to look at former webinars that talk about the different dimensions of the program and that showcase some of our extended learning experiences and also showcase some of our ITGL alumni and what they're doing with their ITGL degrees to really impact education around the world. But I have found that prospective students, one of the things that they like to hear about the most is how our current students are feeling about the program, learning about their experiences in classes, but also their life on Johns Hopkins University campus, like all the interesting things that they're doing, and also just like living in Baltimore and away from home. And so today with us, we have some of our really excellent ITGL students, of which there are many excellent students, but we're showcasing some people here today. And I hope you just really have an opportunity to get to know them. Feel free to ask questions about, academics, life in America, life on Hopkins campus, about the program. If there's something that I feel like is more program-based that would be hard for the students to answer, I'll jump in and answer those types of questions. But we're really happy to have you here and really excited about your interest in the program and hope that might join us on campus in the fall. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our student introductions. And I don't know if we just want to go with the order that's on the slides, you guys. And so again, we sort of talked about you introducing yourselves just like in a minute or so, a little bit about yourself and like what you're doing in ITGL. Tony?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Tony, and I come from China, but I live in California for about 15 years. And I currently operating my own international education company, which is based in San Francisco. And my track in ITGL is entrepreneurship, and I want to make more friends who also have their entrepreneur idea, and I'm really welcome to talk with me. And you can also find me on the ITGL website. If you have any other questions or you want to stay connect with me, I'm really appreciate you do that. And thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. It's a great honor to be here with all of you today. My name is Bingjie Pan. I graduated from the University of Sydney, double majoring in economics and education. After that, I worked at Huawei as a delivery manager that kind of inspired me to further explore my possibilities in career. Now I'm currently an ITGL student in TEFL Truck, which is absolutely rewarding experience. Welcome here today. Feel free to ask questions, and we are happy to share our feelings and thoughts with you. Hi everyone, I'm Sophia. So I'm from China, and before I moved to Baltimore, I live and work in China for like 8 years in international schools and bilingual schools. So if you have any question about us, about the courses, about the school, please feel free. Thank you.
Mm. Hi everyone, my name is Anton Surawi. I am student in ITGL with focus area in digital age teaching and learning. I am from East Java, Indonesia, and uh, because I grew in a mountainous rural area, I take this focus area to help our Ministry of Education, our government, as a primary school teacher, and I focus on teaching numeracy, literacy with special interest in STEM education and climate change education. Um, Now I am also considering working for international organization like UNICEF and UNESCO to contribute to global education effort. And this is the relate and to in the international teaching and global leadership cohort. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandy Pham. I'm from Vietnam. My focus area is digital age as well. I used to live in California, and I went to California State University in Long Beach, major in psychology. After that years, I took a gap year on OPT, working with the children with autism, and through that experience, I have developed an interest in it in education with the small children and want to see how it impacts on the individualized learning with the use of technology. So I'm really happy to join ITGL program and to explore more options in education as well. And nice to meet you all today.
Thank you all so much. So at this time, we will go ahead and open up the Q&A. So if you have questions for our students, please put them in the Q&A function into Zoom so that we can take your questions.
We're just going to give it a minute to see what comes into the Q&A box. Okay, so we have a question here. So it says, is there a heavy homework load? What are some examples of typical assignments and deadlines? Can you guys talk, maybe share a little bit about what kind of like work you do like in class for assignments, and give a sense of like, I guess, how stressful it is or not? And you can be honest, yeah. Does anyone want to jump in with that?
Oh yeah, sure. I can share my experience. So for the weekly reading, you may need to spend about 4 hours, I think, per week if you want to read without translation. But actually, for the homework part, it's most like the teamwork. You need to schedule a time with your teammates and to work together for the presentation. But for the paper, maybe it's not that heavy. Actually, you may need to write a paper for each month, I think, for most of the course, and you will have a lot of free time to do some actual work, actual reading, and make more networking with your team, with your friends and professors. That's what I think.
Great, Tony, thanks for sharing that. I'm going to ask someone else to chime in a minute too to give their experience, but I am just going to chime in here as the program director, because one of the things that Tony just mentioned was that there's like a lot of teamwork, right? So one of the things that I wanted to say is that in ITGL, we really consider our role in preparing students for future careers and providing sort of future ready 21st century skills. And so because of that, we actually take working in a team and group work really seriously in our program. And so you might produce different types of assignments with your group, right? So it might be that you're creating a podcast together, or you're creating a business plan together. But we actually do have students working in many of the different courses in teamworks, because that's the way you work in the real world. You're part of a team. So does anyone else want to join in a little bit, one of you guys, about talking about the workload, and then I'll move on to another question?
I can say something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we have 5 courses each semester and extended learning. And for the rest of the time, I say I would spend half of the time on studying. But of course, whenever it's midterm or final, the percentage would go up because the work's piling up. But I think if you manage your time properly, you can still have a lot of fun while you do a lot of study, because well, we're a graduate student and like we're no longer kids. We are like consciously making this decision. So I think like a lot of people would choose to do more work because it's a 1-year program. It's rather intense. The time's very precious. So I think you can of course spend more time on study if you want, but surely you can still have a lot of fun. You can still go out with your friends. And I would say it also really depends on your language level, because if reading is easier for you, writing is easier for you, and of course things would go faster, but I know it's difficult for any non-native speakers. However, we do have a lot of tools that can help us. Like for example, like Tony said, like you can use some translation tools to help you understand faster if you're in a hurry, or understand better. But I would say there are things that cannot be repeated. Those are like in-person courses. Those things the professor would not be able to repeat for you. So I would suggest, no matter what work on you're listening before you come in, those things like even though you have tool, it will not be as precise as your own understanding. And those things cannot be repeated. Those things are not recorded. Otherwise, you can always get help. But this is something I would really suggest you work on before you come in.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Tony and Sophia. I see another question in the chat box, so I'm going to move on. But I think all of the students here, and then I think we've referenced the ITGL website also, like our current students that are here with you today, and other students are also available to connect with if you have further questions about the workload like in the program. So one of the questions in the chat is, I would like to know the characteristics of the 6 sub-projects under the ITGL program. I think that is actually, I think the person might be referring to the focus areas and what kind of qualities and experiences are required for the students. So I can say that we have 6 focus areas in ITGL. We have 4 of those focus areas represented here with us today. So I'm going to actually call in a couple people to mention the characteristics of the focus area. I will say that the structure of the ITGL program, right, is that we really believe that educational expertise belongs in all different sectors and that education is for everyone. And so our mission is to provide all students sort of foundational cutting edge knowledge and education. And so we have foundational courses in AI, next year in AI in education, this year mind brain teaching, global policy, global leadership, different courses about the field of education that all students in ITGL take. And then students also, all students participate in an extended learning experience and create a portfolio. What differs for the different focus areas is the focus area courses that you take, and you take 1 each semester while you're in the program. It just happens to be that I'm the faculty advisor for early childhood education and for applied research, and I don't have any of my students here with me today. So very briefly, the applied research focus area is like new Those focus area courses are all focused on research methods with the idea of giving people some research training, particularly if they want to go work in a research field or a PhD program. The early childhood focus area focuses on early childhood and human development. Many of our students are interested in working with young children, potentially going on getting another degree in psychology. And also, I'd say more recently, a lot of students in early childhood are interested in parenting as well. But very quickly, Bingjie, could you give a quick sum of TEFL, and then Sophia, could you also do creative, and then Sandy, could you do Digi, and Tony, could you do entrepreneur? Just super quickly, a couple sentences about what the focus area is like.
Thank you, Jennifer. I'll talk about the TEFL course. As Jennifer just mentioned about, we have like 4 to 5 foundational courses each semester for all of our tracks. But especially for our TEFL track, we have 3 extra courses in total, such as language and culture, how to trick you to become an English teacher. I would say the emphasis is to practice your English for sure, because we are going to be the future English teachers, right? And just as Sophia said, pay attention to your language proficiency. I would say the courses are not that hard as you imagine. Just relax and have fun during your courses.
Great, thank you. Sandy, can you tell us a little bit about Digi?
So our courses start with the course about learning science, and we have to understand about how learning occur and how like the foundation of it and how to apply to with technology later. I will say more experience about the digital tools would be in my extended learning, where you can choose your site to work for a few hours a week to learn more about your field and your expand your interest of area as well.
Great. And also, I would say that we have a really popular course in digital age learning and technology in the summer. That's a course on like gaming and using like VR, and it's sort of one of the cumulative courses in the Digi track. Tony, do you want to give us a quick entrepreneur summary?
Sure, for the entrepreneurship track, you may need to prepare for your leadership and your maybe organization, how to organize your team, and also in the course you're gonna learn how to create your own company from 0 to 100, and how to find the funding for the VC venture capital, how to find the foundations from the people who want to invest in your company. But you need to prepare to talk in public and to prepare your personality to share your story and share your entrepreneurship idea with everyone who want to join your team, who want to work with you, or who want to do together to find something you're really interesting. Like all of the readings in the class or the materials are about their entrepreneurship, the leadership like that. Really interesting.
Great, great, thank you. And then just quickly, Sophia, can you give us a little overview of creative and innovative?
Yeah, sure. So in creative, of course, like there's a lot going on in the world right now. Everything's changing very fast. And there's also something I've never really given too much thought about is like we have a lot of gifted learners. So besides of taking care of most majority of the students, we do also need to think about their welfare so that they have the fairness in having success. So yeah, here it goes.
Great, great. So those are some just overviews with the focus areas. If students do have additional questions, we also can set you up to have a meeting or interact with the focus areas advisors in each of those areas if people want more questions, have more questions. So I'm going to move on. We've got a couple more questions in the chat. So one of the questions says, hey, thanks for your time. I'm interested in social emotional learning. And I'm wondering if there are any courses that address that topic. So I have thoughts about that, but I'm wondering if the students have thoughts about that from their experiences. Are you learning about social emotional learning in any of your courses?
Uh, I think we don't have the direct courses about the social emotional learning, but we do have some connections, like how to take care of the students' emotion and how to reflect that to the social our society, and that we may have some connections in the discussion in the class, but I don't think we have any direct courses like that for that part.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So we don't have a course overall where the title is social emotional learning. We do have a course that's called Mind Brain Teaching that I think there's some topics in the Mind Brain Teaching course, which is based on Mariel Hardiman's work, which is quite famous. That overlaps with some of the thoughts on socio-emotional learning. And then I would say social emotional learning also comes up in the early childhood focus area courses related to human development in young children. And then finally, we do have several students that are placed in schools around Baltimore through their extended learning. And depending on the school setting they're in, they might be doing work with mentors related to social emotional learning. So there's that. I think that's a good sort of overview of that question. I'm also going to take another one here that says, hello, everyone. Today is the traditional Chinese festival, Lantern Festival. Yes, happy Lantern Festival, everyone. My question is, in the process of innovatively practicing liberal arts education or holistic education in the ITGL program, what are the latest research findings that can be shared with us? And so I'm actually just going to give a little framing for this question and then ask the students to take this. So from my perspective, I would say that we do have small classes and discussion-oriented classes that would be similar to what you might find in a liberal arts institution, right? So we do have a couple of larger classes, but most of the classes are small size, discussion-based courses where students are expected to bring their own reflections and synthesis of the knowledge to those class discussions. As a program, depending on the topic and the instructor that's teaching your course, we work really hard to infuse the most cutting edge research and knowledge into those types of courses. So for example, right now I'm teaching a course on global policy analysis. In the fall, I taught a course on global trends in education. And in both of those courses, I brought my own research findings related to climate change, related to educational policy into those courses. So students were aware of what the most recent research on those topics would be. Can any of you guys speak to learning about research in any of your courses?
Yes. For me, research in ITGL is very mindful because we have every week we have a segment to reading from the journal also, and we can apply of conference or journal that held by faculty in the ITGL. Like me, today I am Professor Jennifer Adam will be go to University of Pennsylvania to conference in there, and also in next week I will attend of um, international conference also in Washington to share two presentation about research in comparing education in century numeracy, 21st century numeracy, that all of these be reviewed by faculty or professor in the ITGL. So um, faculty or professor in here is very helpful to increase our research. And also in every 2 weeks we have GHU have rating tutoring for our learn about the research, about the how to write clearly, and that is very helpful.
Great, thanks, Anton. Anyone else? Bingjia, I'm looking at you a little bit because I'm just wondering, like, I know you attended some of the job talks recently for the TEFL candidate, and I'm also just wondering about, like, is there research about language acquisition and culture that you would say is infused into the TEFL courses?
Oh, for sure. For the that's the one thing I wanted to mention about the school. The whole school of education provide us opportunities for our students to attend the job talk of our professor candidates, which is really appreciate that. Um, and I think it's a great opportunity for us, like TEFL students, to get in touch with new latest our research. For example, the recent job talk is about AI and our English learning. So I would say that's a very good opportunity for us to getting know what's going on here in our area, in our track, and we get the professors, very professional professors, their ideas and their thoughts about our future track trends. So that's really helpful.
That's great. I'm just going to wrap that up with just like an overall comment that I think in ITGL, we try our best to have faculty infuse research right into the classes. But as you probably have picked up from the conversation here, that Johns Hopkins University is a top research university in the United States. And so research is sort of like in the air around campus. And so if you're interested in research, there's opportunities both in your ITGL classes, but also at the School of Education and at the university. And then, for example, Anton was just talking about how he's joining me at a conference today to present some work. And we have some other ITGL students coming with me to a conference at American University next week. So you can suck up as much research as you would like to if that's your thing. So we're going to shift gears a little bit here to think about some personal life questions. So we have a question in the chat about, I would like to ask questions other than about study, which is great. I'd like to know more about school accommodations and safety. How do you live on campus or off campus? And what are the pros and cons? Thanks. So I don't know if a couple of you just want to share about your living situation and like what's it like to like live in Baltimore and around campus. So I don't know, Sandy, we haven't heard, Sandy, maybe Sophia, we haven't heard from you yet. Do you in a little while, do you want to jump in?
Okay. So mm, from my experience, my first attention come to mind is that I see securities around the campus area a lot. Almost every corner you go around the school, you will see some security just standing there and willing to help you whenever you need. Um, so that's the first thing that came to mind. And for me, the process of finding apartment would be a challenge if you're new here to the US. But the SOE also have a department that have all the resources to help you with that. And all of us are almost like from a different building area and also provide you some helpful resource and guidance if you need. And I think um when you live everywhere, you need to take the caution as well. So I would say just be cautious from your surrounding and just but most of the time I feel pretty safe around the campus area. Mm.
Sandy. Sophia, do you want to jump in? We're actually, I don't even know where all of you guys actually live. I know where some of you guys live, but go ahead.
So I live near the South Gate, and I feel completely safe around the campus. Like the safety is visibly very obvious because like Sandy said, there are a lot of security guards, and then you can also see the blue lights, and then of course like the streets just seem safe. I think there are a lot of times you just have to use your common sense and trust your feelings, because if somewhere's not safe, it wouldn't look safe. And then you better not go there. And of course, also as Sandy says, you always need to like look around and be cautious, be smart. You don't have to look scared or look like I'm capable of anything. I'm not scared of anything, but I would suggest you do not look confused or scared. Meaning like making yourself an easy target. But like for me, at the beginning, I always look at the Google map before I leave my house so that I have like the direction of where I'm going. And if I'm going outside around the campus, then I always go out with my friends. I always go in car, so I feel very safe. And also, I think there are maps available, so we know what areas in Baltimore is safer and what areas are not that safe. And again, trust your feeling. If you see someone acting weird or if you see some street like being very suspicious, then don't walk inside that. And there's no fun in those areas. Like you won't need anything, you want to do anything there. So I think overall it's not that bad. And just be careful, and that's all.
I
I'm
want
going to chime
add
in as somebody who's relatively new to Baltimore, and I'll let Bing Jia chime in actually here too, is that I think like many US cities, whether you're thinking about Philadelphia, where I'm from, or New York City or Boston, that most US cities just require being aware of like being aware of your surroundings and, being smart. I feel very safe walking around campus as well. Bing Jia, do you want to chime in?
That's pretty much about Sophia and Sandy said, but I want to add something is our school actually offers a lot. We have 24/7 security guardians, and they also have like free blue jay shadows after very cute blue jay shadows after 6 p.m. And it's free for students to call and they will send you the way you wanted to go.
That's right. That's actually a super useful resource. There's a radius around campus where you can just call the shuttle and it will take you different places in Baltimore for free, which is a nice perk that they don't have a lot of places actually. Thanks, you guys. I'm gonna do a couple more questions here. So one of them is, hi, I would like to know how do you think this program helps you with your leadership skills? Anyone? I consider all of you guys actually great leaders. So tell us about that.
Yeah, for a course, you do need to show your leadership to lead your team to work in one directions. But after the course, you have a lot of opportunity to attend, like something happened in their career, and you can attend to provide your ability to practice your leadership, because there are a lot of people who also have entrepreneurship, and leadership is not like from my own experience, it's not like a ability you need to practice every day, and you need to notice that what kind of the characteristics that you need to prove, like the public speaking, like anything like that. You need to share that with your professor, and they can also give you some opportunities if any very interesting event happened in the campus. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Anyone else leadership? Go ahead, Anton.
Yep, and also we have courses that make our leadership skill enhance, like global leaderships in 3 credits, and also a seminar in teacher leadership that shape your leadership in teacher skill. In other side, you can join of the community of student in here, like FLI, like CSC, and many other things that make your leadership skill is higher from now. And there is a lot of student communities in here, so you can join that relate with your passion with relate with your hobby, and many benefit from the join community student in here.
Great, thank you. Anyone else? Sophia on leadership? I see your mic's off. Go ahead.
Thank you. So there's a huge portion of leadership in our program, as we put it in the name. And I also say, we do take a lot of courses, and our instructors would talk about leadership a lot. But I'm not going to say that we teach people how to smash people. We teach how to demand people. It's not really about that. But there are a lot of times we need to understand what our leadership style is, and how do people lead their teams. And also, like, there are a lot of things you can look at to see, like, okay, so I am strong at this and I need to work on this. So rather than teaching specifically how to talk to people, what tricks to play, what strategies to play, I really think this is the right way going, learning about leadership, because, well, I personally was a middle manager before I joined, and I worked with the head of school. I observe a lot. So I don't think we have perfect leaders in the world, but everyone's different, and what you need to do is just to leverage your strength, and also to protect your underbelly, to work with other people, and to of course learn how to build a strong team that can work with you. Because I honestly, I was very inspired the other day in the global leadership that actually there needs to be successful followers as well. Good followers, they actually have a lot of leadership in their skills. And I would say after we graduate from this program, most of us will start as followers. And being a good follower actually would lead you into becoming a successful leader. So yeah, I want to let you know what to expect from the courses, and it's just some encouragement coming on to learning how to become a good leader.
Thanks, Sophia. And I also just want to chime in there that also that I think Tony mentioned that that leadership skills are developed by practice, right? And I think that's something that's also part of the ITGL philosophy. And you see those opportunities around campus all the time. So it could be like in your classes where you're in a team or a group on a project, someone from that group has to emerge like as the leaders, right? You have an opportunity to be practicing those skills. Also opportunities to be involved in clubs and organizations around campus to actually exercise like in practice, like your leadership skills as well. I'm going to jump to another question that I actually really, I think a lot of students often have questions about. And I'm going to combine it with another question we have on here too. So one person mentioned, hold on, I'm just looking for the question. Where is it? About the new applied research program. They wanted to know if I could share some information about internship opportunities that are available to students and if there are specific partnerships. And so one of the things I think important to go over here that I'm going to just answer and then ask the students to talk about their experience would be that we don't technically have internships in ITGL. We have something called extended learning. And these are opportunities where our students are located across campus, across Baltimore. Actually, some people are doing extended learning opportunities online across the world, where students spend 4 to 6 hours a week engaged in some type of applied practice in an educational organization. And so that could be working in a school, supporting a teacher. It could be working, doing digital age technology, which Sandy mentioned earlier. It could be working in a wellness center, in an entrepreneurship location, in policy. There's just many different options that are available for extended learning. For the applied research focus area, we do guarantee that students in applied research will get a research placement for their extended learning for the program. Typically, what that means is that they can be placed in one of the research centers, either at the School of Education or at Johns Hopkins University. So we do have 5 different research centers that are affiliated with the School of Education. We have a Center for Technology and Education, for example. We have a Center for Safe and Healthy Schools would be like another example. A Center for Research and Reform in Education. So those are opportunities where you may get attached to a research project to develop clear research skills. Students also sometimes do their extended learning with School of Education faculty on a research project. So I, for example, am mentoring 3 students. One of those actually is an applied research student on one of my research projects for extended learning. But all focus areas do extended learning, so not just applied research, all of them do. And so I was wondering if another one of the questions we have is like, what is extended learning exactly, and how has it been helpful to you? So could kind of a couple of you guys explain your extended learning experience and talk a little bit about what's helpful or what you like about it, how it's going?
So basically, extended learning is an extracurricular activity at Johns Hopkins where you can access professional development resources or local schools, just as Sophia and me, we are in a local private school, and some networking opportunities. It's been really helpful to me personally, especially in terms of learning new skills outside of our classroom, but in an actual local private school classroom and meeting other professionals in the field. And I really appreciate the program and Jennifer. They works a lot to offer us to have the chance actually getting those resources and experience.
Anyone else want to talk with their extended learning?
Yeah, I want to talk about my experience. So beside the opportunities that you can teach in school and classes, there are some opportunities that you can work online and just not about teaching. So my experience is that I help with the program is called Advanced Academic Programs, where I helped to create some videos and materials that professor can show in the courses, so they can use their the videos to introduce about the course, to go overview about the course. So what I do is just help with the video editing to gather the resources and make a whole instructional videos. So that's my experience. I really enjoyed it, where you can learn some about the course as well, and you learn how to build a video from scratch from all the resources you have, and how to do the citation and how to use Adobe software as well. So that's my experience.
Great, thanks, Sandy. Anyone else have an extended learning experience that they want to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
great,
find
Anton, thanks.
Yes, I find extended learning very useful. For example, I became a research assistant RA there, where I collect data on innovative school in the worldwide. We analyze the data and publish in a book with our names also include as a contributor in a books. With the Himanshi Sharma, she is the alumni of the ITGL, and also with the Dr. Peter Lawrence, that this experience will be help PhD, I think.
Great, thanks you guys, that's great. So and thanks to everyone also for sharing questions. The questions continue to come in. I have one here about let's see. This one I think I'll just take quickly, but if you guys want to chime in also. So thank you for your time. I have a question about commuting. If I lived in Washington, D.C., is it feasible to take public transportation to Baltimore to school every day? Are there buses available, and approximately how long would the commute take? So I would say we actually did have a student this year who was living in Virginia and commuting up to campus in the fall. And I think that actually worked for her in terms of like getting to class and doing the academic program, but I also know that she decided to move to campus for spring semester because she also felt like there's so much more happening on campus beyond her ITGL coursework. And it was really hard to participate in things like, you know, happy hours or go to evening talks or participate in sports, commuting from such a far distance, right? So I think it is possible to commute, but I think you might miss out on other things that are happening around campus. I don't know if any of you guys want to travel to DC and want to chime in on like whether that's easy transportation or how you would do it, or if you go to DC often. Does anyone have any thoughts on Washington?
We do have shuttles to Penn Station, which is in Baltimore, and you can take the trains. I think it's about less than an hour to go to the DC, to the Central Station. I think that's the name.
Union Station.
Union
Actually,
Station,
Union
sorry
yeah.
for that.
No problem.
Yeah. It's definitely spend your time if you travel a lot, but I would say it really depends on your own choices, and it's valid. It's valid if you stay in DC and enjoying a totally different life here.
Great. Yes. And also I think Anton mentioned a conference that he's presenting at on the 22nd of February, and there's a small group of us going down to this conference that's taking place in DC. One of the things I actually really like about Baltimore, and I don't know have our students want to chime in on this at all, even though it's not technically a question, is that the location is actually great in terms of having DC very accessible. Anton is also getting on a train after this session to meet me in Philadelphia for a conference today. And then also New York also is very accessible. So the location allows us to get to different big cities, I think, in the US. I know we're getting close on time, and we do have perhaps more questions than we can actually get to, but I do want to make sure that I get to a couple ones here that I think I just think resonate with everyone. So one of the questions is, in your experience, what has been your favorite part of the program so far? So what do you guys think about that? Can people share what they like the most about the ITGL program?
I can share. Am I talking too much?
Go ahead, and maybe other people can think on it a little bit. Go ahead, Bingjie.
Yeah, for sure. I would say it's all about the professors. Actually, because I think the professors here are definitely top professors I would know, and they are very knowledgeable and approachable and passionate about their fields, like our Professor Jennifer Adams, and also one of our core faculty, Dr. Trexler. They are also pretty accessible and willing to help if you have any questions or need guidance. They care about your academic success and also really interested in helping you to grow as a professional. And also Miss G, she really passionate about teaching, and she donated a lot to our professional development, and I really appreciate. And it's been very happy and honored to get along with those professors for my whole year. Yeah.
Thank you, Bingjie. And I'm just going to chime in there about Miss G, Miss Gugliello, who's affectionately called Miss G by our students, won the teaching award for the entire School of Education last year. And we are very proud to have her on our faculty in ITGL. So any other favorite things about the program, folks?
Yes. For me, the people at School of Education are very caring. They seem experienced in dealing with international students, I think. There are also many free food events each morning in here, from the living hall, from the cafe. There are very many free food in the events, which is great, I think. And there are a lot of student community event with free merchandise also. The campus has a 20 hours free shuttle, free bus services, and as a worker, I work department in equipment and tools.
That was Anton breaking up on everybody. Anton, you're breaking up on us a little bit here. So
yes, and also the medical facilities are great because we have the hospital, a big hospital that very helpful. And I think if you want a registration, I believe you will be meet the Miss Mayotte. She is very helpful to you to registration, what you should do, what you should need. They're very helpful. Thank you.
thanks, Anton. Thank you. Anyone else?
I want to share a quick experience of mine is that besides the experience with the teacher and the students, I think what impressed me at first was the interesting project in classes. So one of the project I really liked was making a podcast from their class, from Miss Jennifer class. So I never thought of that as a project because I always thought that we gonna do like some research paper mostly, but I never thought of like applying those apply what we learned to making a podcast and have to come up with the questions and find a guest speaker for your topic. So I really enjoyed the experience that I can speak to my guest speaker and learn so much more about his field and his understanding about my topic. And I really enjoyed the time to work with my partner as well to make a really like engaging podcast and have to explore more of the option for the podcast. So I really like that experience.
Sandy, I'm so happy to hear you say that because you did such a great podcast. And also, just on the side, Sandy and her partner actually interviewed Dr. Brown, who is one of our counseling faculty members. And I was just talking to Dr. Brown last week, and he was saying that it was such a good experience for him, right? And so love that you guys enjoyed it, but also love that your guest also really enjoyed the experience too. So thank you. All right, so we're getting sort of close on time here. So Serena, do we have the time to get quickly to the two that are in the chat box, you think still?
Yeah, I think those two, and then we'll wrap it up. I will, in the meantime, put our contact information up so that way, if we don't get to questions, students know how to reach us.
Great, thank you. So the two other questions, there are a couple left here. So one question was about how does ITGL help students to apply to PhD programs after ITGL? And are there any additional qualifications a student would need to prepare before applying to a PhD, such as teaching experience or a paper? I don't know, do any of you guys have aspirations to be applying to doctoral programs at some point, or is this something that you want me to take here? So anyone? Yes, no?
Yeah. Yes. For me, a lot of support from my advisor is a necessary need, and they help me stay on track with my studies and advice of research. When you want to apply for a PhD or education doctor, you should contact him to need of the letter recommendation also, and we should keep our spirit in class. Also, we have many value from them. Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to say, like, just quickly, we have students every year who are interested in applying to PhD programs post ITGL, and we have a very, I'd say, strong success rate of placing students at top institutions across the country. I'd say many of the students who actually take that route do use extended learning to develop research experiences and develop research skills that help them think about what they might want to do in a PhD program, and also secure the recommendation letters that they need that would help them access or get accepted to a PhD program. And then I guess my final comment there would be that the interest in students developing the skills and sort of portfolio that they would need to be successful in a PhD program was actually one of the motivations for our new applied research focus area. And so in that focus area, we're really trying to provide the research training and then also guarantee the research extended learning that would help students position themselves well if they do want to go on to a PhD program. But we do have applicants for PhD programs from across the different focus areas that we have. I think this is a great question here. I want to ask the students, do you have trouble understanding in class? I'm sorry if I'm speaking quickly. I actually am a fast talker, and like one of the things that I do tell all of my students in class is to stop me and to ask me to slow down or repeat myself. One of the things I think that we try to prioritize is intercultural communication, right? So, but the question is, do you have trouble understanding in class? And how do you overcome the language barrier? And I think another way to think about that is what kind of things that you do to strengthen your English skills when you first arrive so that you grow during the program. So does anyone want to take that one?
I want to share about this question. So obviously with this level of master degree, the language would be challenging for some of us too, because there are a lot of research using like really big terms and really but however, there are many ways to overcome this barrier as well. So I would say that you should like engage in a discussion with your students, asking questions to the professors and working in groups will help you clarify some concept with each other and also learn from different perspectives as well. And also, there are a lot of resources that we use on our own, like ChatGPT or the translation to help you better explore more about the big term and topics. You can use some support from your friends and especially from the professor as well to clarify anything that you need.
Does anyone else have a response on that one?
I can say something. So
Yeah,
I
great.
think, yeah, I think first of all, coming to this program, you have to require English level. And I can say that I don't think any of our instructors is hard to understand. And of course, once you move to America, you live in here, it's like an immersive environment. You have to be forced to use the language every day, which means you get a lot of practice and your English will boost very quickly. So I don't think there's anything to worry about, but just practice yourself as much as possible. That's what I would suggest.
Great. I think that's a great way to wrap up. And that's what I would also say too, is that your English gets better by using English, right? And that's also one of the reasons we even had that podcast assignment that Sandy referenced, because it's an opportunity in that course to listen to podcasts, to work on your listening comprehension. And it's an opportunity to speak English and communicate and interview people. And so you're going to definitely get support in your courses as well, because we really think about the all-around experience of our students. So, Serena, should we wrap up?
Yeah,
if you have additional
fantastic.
questions, you can get in touch with us. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to all the students. Your insight is always so I learn. It's so informative. It makes me better to talk about ITGL. So thank you for your time. And thank to our participants as well. So again, my name is Serena, and you can reach out to me via email for the admissions office. So any admissions related questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me. And then the program is also very open to answering your questions. So if you have any questions related to the program, feel free to reach out to Carol, and then also Betsy and Jennifer, Dr. Adams. They are fantastic at answering questions and just being really helpful to our prospective students. So thank you so much for your time this morning, this evening. If you are across the globe, we appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your week.